welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you Reconnecting with your Reformer. This is going to be an all levels, full body flow, finding our rhythm and our flow, especially if we were on a hiatus from our Reformer. Many of you know that I recently lost my mother after New Year's, and I just want to give a very heartfelt thank you to everybody that has reached out and supported me during this trying time. It has been a moment since I have been on my Reformer, so I may be taking some modifications myself today, but please remember that I will always give you a lower level and a higher level, whether it be with movement or with spring choice. So today I am starting on 2 red springs. That's 2 heavy springs, and I have 1 very heavy green spring starting for footwork. You can have 2 reds and 1 blue, or 2 heavies and a medium if you don't have that very heavy spring. We are going to be using our sitting box to get into our back body today. A lot of the focus today is going to be on the back body, as I had spent a lot of time sitting in the past couple weeks. So really need to re-strengthen my posture, realign my body. So once you're ready, headrest can be up or down. Make sure that your straps are connected, and we're going to go ahead, have a seat on Reformer. Footwork springs are on. We're going to find our heels on that bar. We're going to find them connected, and the heels with the balls of the feet on top of the bar. Your abs are going to be pulled in. Your neutral spine is engaged. Your shoulders are rolled back. Chest is proud to the clouds. Heels are connected. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend the carriage out and resist it back in. So taking a moment to open up through the inner thighs, extending and lengthening long, and resisting yourself back in. Bra line is remaining heavy on the carriage. Neutral spine is engaged. Think about gently lengthening through the legs as you press long off the foot bar. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, extend the carriage all the way out. Bring the carriage on in. Go ahead, slide down to the balls of the feet. Heels are staying connected. Lift those heels ever so slightly. Take an inhale, exhale, extend the carriage out. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Resist it back in. Using that breath, making that connection from the heels up through the inner thighs, through the pelvic floor. Lifting up through the abdominals, underneath the rib cage. Let's go for 3 more. Last one, come all the way in. Go ahead, unclick those heels. Ball of the feet remain on the carriage. Heels stay lifted. Extend yourself out. Resist yourself in. Knees want to be tracking straight over the ankles. Heels are lifted ever so slightly, knowing where your heels are in space. Squeezing that kneecap to the quad, sorry. Let's go for 3, 2. On that last one, I want you to hold yourself long. I want you to drop both heels underneath that foot bar. Get that big tendon stretch. Come up on the toes. Again, dropping both heels under, finding that length as you stretch through the balls of the feet. Back at the calves. Lift and lower. Go at your own pace. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, come up on those toes. Bend those knees. Let's find those arches on that bar. You want your heels cup under, your toes rounded over. Take a big inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend the carriage out. Resist yourself in. So your knees are tracking straight underneath your hips. Knees are not wobbling out to the sides. They're pointing straight up to the clouds. Pressing through the arch of that foot. Toes are wrapped over. Heels are wrapped under. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one, extend yourself all the way out. Bring yourself all the way in. Let's come to those heels. Parallel here, last segment of our footwork. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend it out. Resist it in. Find the symmetry in your body, not allowing your stronger leg to take over. Remember, breathe what's comfortable for you. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one, come all the way in. Bring your knees to your chest, roll those ankles, rock it out. Go ahead, reach behind you. If your headrest is up, please knock it down. We're gonna go in to some bridging here. Heels or arches are on that bar. Legs are sits bones distance apart. Arms are reaching long. We're gonna begin with articulation, so I want you to tuck that pelvis towards your nose. Continue rounding that pelvis up towards the clouds, articulating yourself up bone by bone. Come all the way to the top. Make sure that everything's engaged. You're not flaring through your chest or your ribs. Everything is tight. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly articulate yourself down, creating space as you roll each vertebrae into that carriage mat. Untucking down at the bottom. Tuck and roll. Continue this movement, trying to keep those heels pulled towards those glutes, keeping that carriage very quiet, rolling through that spine, staying off those shoulders. You're going to roll it down at your own pace, warming up that spine. We're going to go for a total of 6. So this is my third one. This will be my last one, up and down. When you articulate yourself down, you are going to articulate yourself up one more time. When you come to the very top of that articulation, you're going to hold it there. You're going to squeeze the abs and ribs together, keeping everything in line. Heels are underneath the glutes. Arms are reaching towards the foot bar. Left leg's going to come up to tabletop. You're trying to keep your hips level, not allowing it to drop. Bring that left foot down. Switch your weight. Bring the right leg to tabletop. Switch. You're watching your hips, that you can transfer your weight from side to side, stabilizing through your core and your hips. We'll go for 4, 3, 2. On this last one, that right leg is going to be lifted to tabletop. Hold it there. Palms pressed down into the carriage mat. You're going to dip, lift, and squeeze. Dip and squeeze. Squeeze through that left foot. Squeeze it at the top. Keep those ribs and abs connected. Everything is strong. Don't splay through the chest. Last 2. Last one. Hold it up. Drop the right foot down. Left foot comes to table. Same thing here. Hinge it down. Squeeze it up. Really contract that glute up at the top. Get into that muscle. Emphasize that contraction. Connect it to the core. One more here. When your leg is lifted, plus put the left leg down. Go ahead, articulate yourself down one final time. Untuck yourself down at the bottom. Go ahead, bring your knees to your chest. Maybe open your legs wide. Come into a butterfly stretch. Roll those ankles if you need to. Go ahead, extend both legs up over the foot bar, practicing our roll-ups here. Arms are gonna come up to the clouds. You're gonna tuck that chin. Try not to use the foot bar. If you need to use it, by all means, tuck the chin. You're gonna slowly roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time, and come on up. Excellent job. We're gonna go ahead, take that one heavy spring off, and we are coming down to one red and one blue. So that's one heavy, one medium coming into our arm work. We're gonna go ahead and lie ourselves down. Reach behind you, grab your straps. If you want your headrest up, by all means, you can lift it up here. Arms are coming up to the clouds. Now watch those arms that they're straight over the shoulders. You want that bra line heavy, your abs knitted towards your spine, your legs are coming right into tabletop, everything is squeezing together. From here, we're gonna go ahead, extend our arms down by our hips and resist it up. So we're gonna start with straight arm press, down to the hips, resist it up. Please be mindful when you bring the arms up over the shoulders that they're staying in line with the shoulders and not coming back over your head. We're gonna do 2 sets of 8 in each segment here. First set will be single, second set will be full body. If you are newer and full body is too much, I will give you options. Let's go for 2 more here. We're gonna start lifting the chest. On this next one, when the arms are to the clouds, you're gonna tuck your chin. You're gonna curl yourself up, reach those arms, extend those legs. Pull the knees back, arms come up, head comes down. Again, curl it up, reach the legs, pull the knees in, arms come up. So making this full body work here, reaching long and bringing it in. Think about curling through those abdominals, lifting that chest, toes reach long, back over the hips and down. We have 2 more. For 2. Reach it long, knees come in, head comes down, arms come back up towards the clouds. You're gonna reach those arms, they're gonna stay down by your hips. You're gonna bend at the elbow, come in for that tricep press, and reach the arms long towards the foot bar. Your arms, elbows can be resting on the carriage mat, or they can be at a slight hover connected to your lats on the side of your body. Fingers can be closed or fingers can be long. We have 3 more here. For 2. Last one here. When the arms come up, we're gonna hold them there. We're gonna add that chest lift. But if you're gonna add the legs, go in externally rotate, come into Pilates V. You're gonna curl yourself up, reach your legs long into a frog, pull it in, resist it back. Again, you can just be doing the chest lift without integrating the full body. Choice is yours, you make the decision. We have 3. For 2. Last one here. Legs come in, arms come back up to the clouds, squeeze everything together. Let's bring those arms back by our hips, flip the palms towards our hips. Now we're gonna open the arms out to a T, squeeze them back in towards our midline. Remember to breathe, use that breath. Squeezing strong through the lower body, stabilizing through the core. Let's go for 2. And 1 more. Arms come by your side. Tuck the chin towards your chest. This time you're going to curl yourself up. You can open your legs out to the V. Squeeze everything back in. Open the legs out to the V. Squeeze everything back in. If you want more, you can stay up. Squeeze the legs. Match the arms. We have 4. 3. 1 more. Arms come in, legs come in, arms come up to the clouds. Go ahead, drop your feet from side to side. You can go ahead, hang those straps up. Reach your hands behind the shoulder blocks. Give yourself a nice big stretch here, maybe dropping your knees from side to side, coming into a full spine twist. Maybe get a few back cracks while you're at it. And then we are going to go ahead, reach those legs long over that foot bar. Arms are coming up to the clouds. Tuck the chin, and when you're ready, take an inhale. Exhale, go ahead, roll yourself on up. All right, let's go ahead, bring those feet over. All right, we are going to be taking off that 1 blue spring, coming down to 1 red spring only. I am going to be grabbing my short box here. I am going to put my foot bar down as well, just so it's out of the way. So having that 1 red spring on, we are going to have a seat. If your headrest is up, go ahead, put it down. We're going to have a seat facing our tower or our risers. And then go ahead, grab your straps. We're going to have those straps. I'm going to hold them in the tape of my hands, sitting up nice and tall, working with those roll downs here. So a little more support to begin with that blue spring. If you need this harder, please be mindful. You can always change that blue spring, that red spring to a blue spring, sorry. All right, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to begin rolling ourselves down. You decide how much help you need, but I am going to allow myself to roll myself all the way down, keeping my collarbones wide. I'm going to allow my body to come into extension because this feels good for my body. And then I'm slowly going to tuck my chin, roll myself up 1 vertebrae at a time, trying not to use my arms as I roll myself up, sitting nice and tall. Let's continue this movement. Rolling yourself down, shoulders back, collarbones wide. Maybe rolling all the way down if it works for your body. Coming into a back extension. Tucking the chin. Using the abs as you roll up, not allowing the arms to work for you. Again, let's go for 3. Last 2. One more here. When you roll yourself up, come up to a sitting position, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to go ahead, we're going to take those straps, we're going to thread them, small loops, over your shoulders. Once you have those small loops over your elbows, sorry, not your shoulders, sitting up nice and tall, you're gonna bring your arms out to a field goals position. We're gonna bring those arms in towards the center. We're gonna open the elbows wide. Now what you're trying not to do is splay through the chest, so you wanna keep your abs, ribs connected and not allow that back or that to arch forward and pop that chest. You want to squeeze through those scapular through the back line. Remember, the more you press in and down through the muscle you're working, the more contraction and activation it gets. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more here. Open the arms wide, drop the shoulders. Elbows come towards the waistline. Squeeze them back up to field goal. Elbows come down towards the waistline. Squeeze them up. So really working those back muscles. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Bring those arms up. Go ahead, roll those shoulders forward and relax for a moment. I am gonna wiggle, scooch my bottom up towards the edge of the carriage. Now, my arms are gonna stay in these arm loops to support my upper body. If this becomes too much with stabilizing the arms, just drop the loops and do everything without the loops attached to your arms. I am gonna go ahead, roll myself down, hands come behind my head. Once my hands come behind my head, my elbows are wide, my abs are knitted together. Both legs are coming into tabletop. Again, if this doesn't work, take your arms out of the straps, keep your head in neutral, move further so you have more support on the box. We're coming into our 5 ab series and we're gonna come with single leg stretch. So we're gonna extend the right leg long, pull it in, extend the left. So you're really reaching that leg long out of the hip, using the arm straps to help you stabilize through your upper body. Let's go for 1 more each side. Both knees come together, going right into double leg stretch. Reach it long, pull it in. Reach it long and in. Three more here, going into scissors. 1 more, both knees come in. Extend 1 leg up, 1 leg down. We're gonna just single scissor pump, pull it up. 4, 3, 2, 1, legs together, back to tabletop, going into crisscross. So extend the right, cross to the left. Bring it back to center. Extend the left leg, cross to the right. Stabilize through the core. This is where the straps get a little tricky. Move slow. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come together, extend them out. Strike a match, lift them up, drop them down. We have 6, 5, 2, last 1. Bring your legs in. Go ahead, open your arms. Bring your feet to the headrest. Take a moment here. You can let your arms out of those loops. And once you're ready, you can slowly roll yourself on up and sit yourself back on the box. We're gonna keep these straps in our hands. I'm gonna step off one side of my carriage. Once I step off that one side of the carriage, both of my hands are staying in the straps. I am going to change my spring to one medium spring. That's one blue spring. I'm taking the one red off. With both of these straps in my hands, I am going to go ahead, lay on the carriage. Once I lay on the carriage, I'm going to transfer the strap to the correct hand, bring myself down. We're coming into pulling straps, so I'm going to adjust my body where my chest, top of my rib cage is just in line with the box. I'm going to choke up. Arms are going to be reaching long. So first thing we're going to do is pulling arms. We're going to stay in that neutral spine. I want you to push that pelvis down, squeeze those legs together. You're going to bring those arms straight back towards your hips. Thumbs come in line with your outer hip and bring it down. You're thinking about reaching long. Yes, I do have this light. Working those back muscles. If this is not enough for you, please go ahead and make it heavier, but I am going to be adding extension, and I want to allow my body to extend to its fullest without weight being a challenge. Let's go for 2 more. 1 more here. When the arms come in forward, go ahead, relax, keep those arms straight down towards the floor. From here, we're going to bring the arms back towards our hips like we did before. Now I want you to bend into a tricep. As you bend into a tricep, I want you to give yourself extension through the upper body. Extend it back, roll over the box, and drop it down. So as you pull the arms up, you come into neutral. As you bend for that tricep, you get that extension. You push the arms back, you drop back into neutral. Squeeze that back body. If extension does not work for you, by all means, stay in that neutral the whole time. Let's go for 2 more. One more set. Bring the arms down. Carefully allow your body to fold over the box, giving your body a little bit of a rest in flexion. All right, coming back up to that neutral spine. We're going to come into T-presses, so airplane. We're going to drop those arms straight underneath our shoulders, and then we're going to open them. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. Once you're ready, you're going to reactivate that body, finding that long line. Arms are coming underneath those shoulders. We're going to extend those arms back towards our hips, and now we're going to open our arms out to the T. When our arms come down out to the T, I want you to drop them towards the reformer rails, sweep them back. Out to the T, open, find those arms in line with those shoulders, drop them down. Squeeze through that lower body to make this full body work. We're doing 2 more in this direction. One more. When the arms are by the rails, hold them there. Arms out to a T. Now squeeze towards your body. Drop them down towards the rail. Carriage is going to move right underneath your shoulders. Out to a T. Squeeze. Drop them down. Out to a T. Squeeze. Drop them down. Last 2. One more. Arms come down. Go ahead, take those straps. Carefully hang them up for a moment. And we are carefully going to come up off the box. Give our back a little bit of break from extension for a moment. And then we are going to go ahead, put our foot bar up. We are going to be staying on that one blue spring. Staying on that one blue spring, we're going to take a step back into our well. And now we are going to be doing some hamstring work. So first thing I like to do is I like to take my straps. I like to turn them, wrap them twice around my peg. So it shortens my strap without me having to touch my loops. All right, so make sure they're rolled in the same direction, and your straps want to be shortened, but they need to be the same length. Once you have them the same length, you're going to hold on to the rail. You're going to put the little loop on your foot. Once you have that little loop on the foot, step on the rail. Do the same thing with the other loop. Put it on the foot, hold on to the box. You're going to step onto the rail. You have both short loops on the bottom of your feet. You're going to walk yourself forward. You're going to take your feet out and swing them around. Then you adjust yourself on the box. Now I'm going to hold on to this box. We're going to find that neutral spine, long neck, from the crown of your head down to your tailbone. Pelvis is pushing into this box. Heels are connected. From here, you're going to extend both legs long. Now, don't go all the way long because you're going to lose the straps. You're going to pull the heels towards your glutes, starting very light. Hamstrings is usually the first thing I feel tighten on me as soon as I stop practicing. So I'm trying to get my legs directly in the center of my body, pulling towards my glutes. If you feel your hamstrings starting to cramp, take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out through the nose. Up. Get more oxygen in that oxygen retake, breathing through your nose. Last two. Squeeze and resist. Woo. One more. Go ahead, bring those legs together, back to parallel. Same thing here. We're going to extend the legs long. Pull the heels towards the glutes. Extend the legs long. Heels towards glutes. Very light. If you can do more, by all means, but this is perfect for me. We're going to go 3 more because my hamstrings are really talking. For 2. And 1. Go ahead. You can just reach yourself out. You can let those straps go. And then you can carefully come up off your box. Once you come off your box, we are going to go ahead, find those straps. You have to unloop them from your pegs, so bring them out full length. Once they are out full length, you're going to grab both handles. And then you're going to step into the well of your box. You're going to step into the well of your carriage. Both hands, you're going to reach forward, touch the corners of the box, and then lean on the box and slide yourself up. I like to use the long loops to get in, but then once I'm in, I will switch to the short loops. So now we're facing the foot bar. Arms are going to reach behind us. Palms are facing down towards the floor. You're going to bend the elbows so the palms are facing the foot bar. Then you're going to reach your arms long towards the foot bar so palms are facing each other. Drop the shoulders. Now open the arms out to the T. Fold the elbows back down to the center. Again, bicep. Reach out and around for breaststroke. Bicep. Reach out and around. If you like that extension, you can add it here. Again, weight is very light, working more into the mobility of our bodies here. Reconnecting with our flow and our rhythm. Last two. One more. Go ahead, you can let those straps go. They can go onto the floor, outside wide. Just go ahead, grab your carriage. You can leave the straps on the floor. You can also come to your foot bar. Now I'm gonna keep my carriage on a blue spring. If you need more support, I would go ahead and take it to a red spring. I am gonna go ahead, step up on my platform, and I am gonna take my leg, make sure your box, I'm gonna shimmy my box a little bit over to the left side so my foot is down on the carriage. My other foot is coming to the foot bar. Arms are just resting on each side of the box. So again, red spring would be more supportive. We're gonna come out to a back split. So you're reaching that leg long, we're gonna stretch out these hamstrings. Shoulders are backing down, abs are tucked in. Try to stabilize, drop the hip. You're gonna extend that leg forward, stretching out that hamstring and bringing it in. Stretching it out and in. So again, if you need it a little heavy, you could just add a yellow on. Adjust your arms as you need. Try to square your hip to the box and carriage underneath you. Try to stay long through the neck. Let's go for two more. Next time that leg is long, hold it there. Hold that hamstring stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to pike it up, bring it in, and extend it out. Piking it up, now getting a big stretch through that other leg, the leg on the foot bar. Last one. Bring it all the way in. Carefully place that knee on down. Both knees come to the carriage, come to the box. I'm gonna carefully put my right foot down. I'm gonna move my box a little over so my foot can stay flat on the floor. My left foot is now coming to the center of the foot bar. I'm gonna lift my knee, square my hips. I'm gonna extend myself to a back split. Now we're gonna reach that leg long. My straps keep getting in the way and pull it in. So extend it out. Really find that stretch and bring it in. Let's go for two more. When that leg is long, on this next one, you're gonna hold it long. Adjust your arms, relax those shoulders. You're gonna pike it up and pike it down. Last two. Bring it all the way in. Both knees can come down. We are coming in to one set of planks. You have the option for more safety. You can come with your feet on the platform, come into a plank, and just hold your plank this way. We're going to move the arms forward and back. I have to make sure my straps are not getting connected here because they're stopping my rollers. All right. So I like to bring one foot onto the foot bar first. I extend myself out. I drop my hip. Then I bring my other foot to the foot bar. You're going to find your plank squeezing through your midline. From here, remember, you'd be down on the platform. You're just going to extend the arms forward, bring them back. Forward and back. Remember, more supportive on that red spring. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bend your knees. Drop a knee in. Put the other knee down. Sit yourself back into child's pose. Roll those wrists. And then we can carefully come off our carriage. We can take our box. We are finished with the box. We can place it down. I am going to grab my straps, reconnect them to my carriage. And then I am also going to be changing my spring, adding on one heavy spring to that blue spring, finishing up with feet and straps. I am going to put my headrest up. Lie yourself down. Go ahead, reach for those straps behind you. Feet go into the long loops. Go ahead, bring those legs up towards the clouds. You're going to drop them straight down towards the foot bar. For a straight leg press, think about squeezing those inner thighs together. You have one big leg moving with complete symmetry on each side. Two more here. Try to keep that tailbone connected. Neutral spine is engaged. Next time those feet come to 45, go ahead, extend them into Pilates V. Let's frog them in and press them out. Now, of course, you can point and flex. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one here. Keep those legs long, float them up towards the center, bring them back to parallel, come out and around for your circles. Last 2 in this direction. When the feet come up to the center, push them down. Last 2. One more here. When your legs come up, hold them there. You can flex your feet, Pull on those straps, give yourself a big hamstring stretch. Try to strengthen and lengthen through those legs. Maybe bend the right leg, get deeper through that left, maybe straightening it, pulling it closer towards your nose. Extend that right leg long, bend the left leg, pull the right leg closer towards your nose. Extend the left leg to meet the right leg, Pilates V. Pull yourself down into a butterfly stretch. If you like that reclined butterfly, go ahead, come into that reclined butterfly. Open your arms. Relax your mind, relax your body. Feel all the stress leave through the fingertips and the toes. Take 2 more breaths. When you're ready, slowly bring those feet back up to center. You can extend them long. Take one strap off, find the foot bar, take the other strap off. You can hang up your straps and carefully come up on your reformer. That concludes today's workout. I hope you enjoyed reconnecting with your reformer through rhythm and flow. And like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'll meet you on the reformer. Bye.